Existence and living can sometimes be a bliss, surprisingly. When you tune into gratitude and are mindful of your surroundings, you just realize how transitory everything is. And it's so beautiful because it's not permanent. The seasons, relationships, and your very own soul, your inner being, the core of your very existence. As I took the time to wake up today and got rid of yesterday's lethargy, my inner state seemed so much more calm compared to the days before. Since I was experiencing withdrawal symptoms as a result of distancing myself from Instagram, I got quite trapped into the abyss of emotional breakdown. But today is a new day, and it's also Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak if you're observing fasts, if not, even then. I really feel the devil's got chained, for I am experiencing my most raw and true energy. The devil doesn't only exist outside of us. The devil can also be our unhealthy mind patterns and inability to rewire our mind towards all that is good and graciously flowing in our life. And once you're able to tap into that vessel of overflowing love, bestowed by God or the universe, whichever you believe in, you find yourself amazed by every single thing surrounding you. From the cherry blossom trees erupting into spring to the dripping rain bringing about moisture to the soil and plants, to the ever-glowing sunlight blessing us with light, pervading our most dark cracks and holes, illuminating us from inside out. If I've ever felt alone in this world, I just tend to look towards and connect with nature, for it never falls short of providing me solace. You, I, and everything else surrounding us, from the moon, ocean, cloudy skies to lush green forests, are what but nature. Tree hugs are one of the most wholesome ways to let go of lethargy and old energy. And if I still need more solace, I just look up to God and connect with His divine light and love, knowing that He'll never leave me alone, and as long as I have Him, I'll be just fine. Not merely just fine, but refreshingly revitalized and complete. I've had my phases where I felt like questioning God and all He was doing. I would end up angry at Him. And I realized, since it's a relationship you have with the Creator, you won't always be submissive or love Him incessantly. It's natural to question at times, but when He gives you so many signs eventually in the form of synchronicities, you realize He wasn't just there with you all along. He was actually carrying you through those times. I feel like Western medicine and psychology still fails to incorporate the spiritual subtext into cases. I've had experiences where I felt like I was in another dimension or had an alternate reality playing out. Western medicine simply terms it as psychosis, but I wonder to what extent it is psychosis, and to what extent is it a spiritual emergency or just a spiritual experience or awakening. I'll keep wondering till I hopefully begin to scratch the surface of what it actually means. I recently attended an open mic where I came across an artist. She had made works with intertwining rectangles during the pandemic, and she iterated its interpretation as how we are somehow always surrounded by rectangles in one form or another, from our apartments' rooms, laptop screens, to our phones. I found that quite eccentric and a quite eminent observation. We also had a whole conversation about the contrast between Western and Eastern medicine, how there's barely a balance combining the two. Either it's too scientific here in the West or downright esoteric in the East, and how difficult it is in today's world to find an authentic spiritual practice that really caters to our needs and soul. I feel like when you're not looking, you find your spiritual mentor somehow, but when you're looking extensively day and night, how it can be quite cumbersome to arrive towards a teacher. The irony. But I also feel that as long as you have the fire in you, you will find your way towards a spiritual practice that rings authentic for your soul. Wherever you may be in your life, I hope you find your way. As long as there's tomorrow, we can try again. And as long as we have life, we can still reinvent ourselves. It's never too late. Really, it isn't as cliched as that may sound. It's just the truth, and I felt it before in this way. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.